Mr. College Football joins us on the program. This, of course, is College Football 360. I'm Kevin Cork. Tony Barnhart is Mr. College Football. He has our previews for the upcoming action this weekend. And let's talk about the Tennessee-Georgia matchup, a game which, by the way, you'll be able to see right here at CBSSports.com, live streaming right here at 3:30 Eastern Time. Tony, I want to talk about the shootout game in Athens, and I say shootout because it looks to me, at least on paper, like both of these offenses might have pretty good days.
Well, here's the situation. There's no question that Georgia's given up more yards than they're like. But the fact of the matter is, Kevin, is they are finally, we believe, going to get all of their starters back on the field. Bakari Rambo and Alec Ogletree have missed the last 3 games. Alec Ogletree is a beast at linebacker. Rambo's one of the better safeties in the country. Both of those guys are expected to be back on the field against Tennessee. The issue with Tennessee is obviously they throw the ball well with Tyler Bray and Cordero Patterson and Justin Hunter and all those receivers. I just think if Tennessee cannot run the football, it may be a long day for the Vols. This looks like a pretty good Georgia team. You saw what they did against Vanderbilt last week, and Georgia has found them a running back in freshman Todd Gurley.
Boy, I really like the job that young freshman has been able to do, and it's so interesting, Tony, to see how the program can shift from one year the coach is on the ultimate hot seat to the next year they're in the top 5 and all is forgiven. Hey, I want to get your reaction to something that we heard from one of our other colleagues. Gary Danielson talked to me after the contest this past weekend, and he talked about some of the pressure that Derek Dooley could be facing this season, depending on how things go over at Rocky Top. Basically, he said there, Tony, is that, listen, no matter what happens this season, it will never get easier for Derek Dooley, and he could be on the ultimate hot seat. Your reaction to those comments?
Well, Tennessee is 3-1, but the one was against Florida in a game where they had their first hard sellout in about 4 years, and Tennessee was right there, but Florida dominated the fourth quarter. It's a tough job. And so I think Derek Dooley needs for his team to play well. I don't think he has to win the football game, but they need to play well and look like they know what they're doing. They don't need to play sloppy because, look, Tennessee fans are impatient, as all fans are. They've got a new athletic director. Dave Hart's only been there a little bit more than a year. That's always problematic. Remember that Derek Dooley lost 7 assistants last year, part of which was because there was some uncertainty there. So let's just put it this way. Derek Dooley's team needs to play well in Athens.
All right, so who you got? Georgia, Tennessee this weekend?
Oh, I think Georgia's going to win the football game. The only question is, will they dominate because of their ability to run the ball and their defense? Can Tyler Bray stay vertical long enough to complete some passes against that Georgia secondary? I definitely see Georgia coming out of here with a win.
Boy, that Georgia front 7, just impressive. So Tony Barnhart has the Dogs knocking out the Volunteers this weekend.